The hardest thing about being a mom for me is the 10 million billion decisions there are to make. I feel like everything is, you rewrite the book every single day, and that to me is the hardest thing. What I do better now is I just go with the flow. I feel like it really just rolling with the punches is a lot. But it's also, there's like a bad side to it, because I find myself being pretty spineless in some situations because, you know, you could look at it good or you could look at it bad. It's like, okay, so my kids can either be really hungry right now for dinner, or I could be stretching their endurance. It could be one or the other. So anyway, I feel like that's the main thing is, I always feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm a pet person or an animal person, not like a weird one, but I feel like I have to have, not like 25 cats, weird, but I feel like my kids are like the coolest, best pets ever. It's like I think, and it's like the love I feel when it's like, oh, I'm so excited. We got a pony for Christmas. It's really cool, yeah. And I love that pony. I don't know what it is, but I go out there and I kiss it like every day. It's like a pony. And I sit there, and then I have to think back, and I go, okay, these are my kids. These are like more lasting and more important than any pony or any puppy or anything like that. And when I kind of look at them from that perspective, as not just people, but as something to be loved, then I feel like my perspective on life changes, and my perspective and how I relate with them changes a lot too. So I learned about myself that, you know, some things I do are not that big of a deal. A lot of things that I thought were a big deal when I was in high school, and then a lot of things are a big deal. And I think that goes back to the whole, like, making it the decisions, trying to recognize which ones are not big deals is like the biggest challenge. And so I think that's probably what I've learned the most about, is just when stuff matters and when it doesn't.
So what's the best thing about being a mom?
The best, the pets, right? That's for sure. All the like little cute, crazy kid things that each kid does that just makes it, I mean, it's like, when I had my very first baby when he was a newborn, I remember thinking, this is you're gonna think like, I'm not that much of a pet person, truly. I like, we have a dog and a cat and that pony, but I like animals. And I just remember having this newborn and thinking, this is so cool. This is like having a dog, but I can bring it in restaurants. I can kiss it whenever I want. I can carry it. I can make it look cute. I can bathe it. It's like a life doll, you know. And it's like your little girl dreams, but you grew up and they came true. I feel like motherhood is a pressure cooker, and I have to leave the pressure cooker. I'm not one of the moms. I wish I was, but I couldn't homeschool. I couldn't do that stuff. I need to take like my own time out maybe every like 30 minutes. I need to go in my room, or I start to yell at everybody, or I start to like I just go crazy. It's, my brain goes so fast, and it's like my sister said, it's like you're thinking for like 3 people, so you have to have your brain and 3 people's brains. And I'm not even very good at thinking for myself, and so I feel that my job helps me to kind of step away and then come back fresh. And I take a lot of naps for that same reason too. I need to like kind of take a break and then come back fresh with a fresh perspective, and then I'm not as grumpy or not as intense about something that's not really a big deal. Yeah.
I think one of the myths of motherhood is that people think that when you grow up and you're a mom, that you won't need to still take time outs.
Yeah.
It's like, just because you're a mom now, I mean, who trained us to take time outs? Our parents. You know, it's just a natural part of life. And people think that just because you're a mom now, that you shouldn't have to be able to take a little time out, that you're not going to still have the same tendencies, you know, that you're still a person. You still get to have everything that you had when you were little, and now you have other kids you're taking care of. And so now it's just like, okay, I recognize this about myself. Take a deep breath. That's totally cool. Move on.
Yeah, exactly. You're the same person. My kids are going to be the same people when they grow up. They're the same kid, except they hopefully do a little better of not yelling and flying off the handle. And hopefully, hopefully they don't hit people as much.
But you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
So, I know. I think in all the candy I can eat whenever I want, and TV late at night. Those are every
love
day.
that.
I think this is why it's.
I can have dessert before dinner because I'm the mama.
I just ate a whole bag of gummy rings, and it's because I wanted to. And I watched TV for 3 hours.
My